In this lesson, we discuss about generic in C#. At first, we look how normal class work. Then we can see how it will improve using generics. Let's get started. We need to create a class name repository. This we have now repository class, and this class will store a list of string, and for this we need to create a field name list, private list string. We using string variable and name is underscore list, but we need to initialize it because without initialize we can't use list item. It is now initialized. Now I'll create a method for add name into the list. For this I am using public void. Void means it will no return any data, and add with add item, then string name item. String is item or item. Now I use add function from the list to add item. Now this item will add in this method will add item into the list. Now I will create another method for retrieve item using bypassing the index. Public string, it will return a string get item, then it will return string return list by passing index number. That's why I am using id. It will not item, it will id. Okay, I created two method and one list properties. Now I'll show you how repository instance will create, and this instance will create into the program.cs repository instance. This is now I can call using this instance. I can call repository from the repository class. I can call add item, and I can add any item. Suppose I want to add item Samsung is a item. After adding item, it will get by passing index number. Now I will call get item by using repository instance get item by passing repository number. Suppose it is only one single item I'm adding, that's why it will be index number 0. Now I can show you console repository class working or not. If I want to run this project, I can use this another way, var get item equal, then I can add to the console get item. That's all. It's working. Now focus on my code. At first we add item Samsung, then it stored into the list a string as a string. Then I get this item from the list using get method, and I retrieve this method and I retrieve this data item using the console. It is my process, but it's working fine now. But if I want to use different, if I want to use different type, suppose if I want to use integer or any class object, if I want to use, I need to create a separate class, but it is not efficient way. This is where generic comes in. If I use generic, I don't need to create separate class for different type. Now if I use, I will modify my existing class, and we can see how my normal class will changing to generic class. At first we need to add T. T means it is now a generic class, and T means it is a placeholder for any types. If I use T, I can, if I use T into the list, I can use any type as a list. Now if I use, instead of use T instead of string, I can add any type item into the list. Now also here, if I use T, it will return get item, it will return item by instead of string, it return T. T means maybe class or object or any other type. I set up T, that's why it is a perfect generic class and generic method, two generic method and one generic field properties. Now if I implement this in console, I need to set up a class. Suppose I want to replace a product class instead of T, I need to create a class product class. Suppose I want to create product. This product class has two properties, one is ID, another is name. I'm saving this. Now I will create product. I will add product as a generic type. This product class, my product class, will used in repository class as a generic type. This is product. Instead of using T, we can use product. We can use any other type. Suppose if I want to use customer class, I can use, no problem. Now we need product item and new product item we need. Suppose I want to add new product, that's why I need to I need to use new keyword, then product, then item value, suppose ID is 1 and name is, suppose I call it Samsung. I want to one more product, I want to add one more product like ID number 2 and it is Nokia. Here is 2 product item I added. After adding 2 product, it will show in my get item method, then I can see it into the console. If this product item is Samsung product item is index 1, then another product item will place inside index of Samsung, and Nokia will place index number 1. Suppose I want to run 1 number index. It's showing wrong answer because I want like this. I need to create separate item. I need to implement this with property, I mean field name. If I run this, it can be it's working. Nokia is indexed to 1, so Nokia is showing. If I use index 0 number index is Samsung. If I run this, Samsung will work. This is my demo version for using generic. I can use any other method and any other process for using generic, and when my student enroll, he or she can learn basic to advanced many process of generic. And after enroll to this course, any student after 4 or 5 months, a student can work with a professional software development company, and I have many years experience. And also, if you have any question, you can comments in my channel. Thank you.